everyone, welcome back to the Two Minds One Mic podcast, where we keep it real, raw, and sometimes a little too honest. Today we're talking about something every high schooler wonders about, and that's if senior year living up to its hype. Then we took the question to the streets of Dr. G.W. Williams. So who am I here with?
Isan,
Evelina,
Ayla.
Quran.
and what do you think grade 12 will be like as a grade 9?
I think it'll be really hard.
I think it'll be scary and bad.
Scary.
I think it will be really stressful and open up a lot of opportunities for me in the future.
So Hollywood makes it seem like it's the best year of your life, from like proms and road trips, like no stress, just vibes, right? But like today I have Stefan to help me out, break down the truth of like the real reality of senior year. Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me to this podcast. I'm really honored to be here, and I'm excited to talk about senior year.
All right, let's keep it off really easy. If you had to describe your senior year in 3 words, what would it be?
I'll probably describe them as eventful, adventurous, but also demanding.
Okay, that's like an interesting mix, right? So like when you first got into senior year, were you thinking like High School Musical vibes, or like I just need to get in here and like get out?
I was thinking High School Musical vibes, you know? I didn't really ask anyone how senior year would be.
Yeah.
I sort of relied my expectations off of movies and stuff. So I had this really big idea that it was going to be really fun, you know? All these parties and exciting activities. But I feel like it really didn't emphasize, like the movies, they didn't really look at the studying aspect of it, because, you know, trying to get into a post-secondary program, there's so much that you need to do. You need to worry about applications and schoolwork. So they definitely missed out on the studying part of it.
Yeah, the movies just really lied to us about everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's just all false reality. Looking back at high school, like, what do you think made up your high school experience?
I think it was my peers. So going to high school, I already had a set of friends, you know, but as I went to different classes and joined different clubs, I definitely made more friends, and I think it really shaped my personality and who I am today. You know, I feel like anyone who goes into high school is not going to be the same person coming out, and I feel like my peers really motivated that personality change within me. So definitely peers had the biggest effect on me.
That's amazing. It's great to hear. Let's say, like, looking back at when you were in freshman year and you were looking into like senior year, like, did you see any difference within that?
Freshman year, there's sort of like confusion and like anxiety, you know? I was sort of
Yeah.
scared going to this new environment. You know, you went from grade 8, being the oldest in school, to being the youngest. So it's a really big jump between that, and you know, it's a lot of differences. You can pick new classes, you can join a lot of variety of more clubs, you can participate in more activities. So I feel like freshman year was sort of just like this anxiety-filled mindset, because I didn't really know what to do, you know? But as senior year hit, I really figured out, you know, who I am, what I want to do, and got around the school much easier.
What's a piece of advice you would give yourself in freshman year if you were just to go back in time to tell yourself something?
I think you should definitely worry about studying, especially if you're trying to get into a university or a specific program. But I feel like you should also have free time and give yourself time within high school to do activities that you like, you know? Meet new people, do new activities you like. And if you really do that, you'll have fun at high school. Because if you just study, like a lot of my peers, you're not gonna have fun. You're gonna be sort of stuck at home all the time.
Yeah.
You're not going out. So definitely focus on studying, you know? But have a lot of free time and engage in activities that you enjoy.
So solid advice. We always get caught up with like grades and stuff in high school. We never really look at enjoying and like building connections. So I'm really glad to hear that happened for you. Final question, which is the main focus of this podcast today. Do you think senior year lived up to the hype?
No. But that's not saying it's bad. I think it was definitely a fun year with all like the stuff I did, but compared to how the movies sort of show it, you know, it's a lot more studying, like I said, and there's just much less fun aspects to it. Like I said, again, it's still a fun year, but the way that the movies hyped it up and the articles and posts you read online about senior year, you know, the posts about parties, is definitely overhyped. But again, I still think it's good. It's a fun year. You should enjoy it.
Like Hollywood just oversold it to us. Like.
Exactly.
Well, it was great having you today, and that's a wrap on today's episode of Two Minds and One Mic. Huge thanks for Stefan for keeping it real with us today and telling us about his experience in high school. If you're in high school and you want to make the most out of it, make sure to tune in our podcast in our next episode, where we will be looking at future post-secondary careers. It was great having you today,
Yeah, thank you very much.
and we'll catch you on the next one.